Welcome to Hate You Relationships. My goal on this channel is to equip you with the tools you need to build your dream relationship. So, speaking of building a dream relationship, you want to be careful that you're not making certain critical mistakes that could be stopping your relationship from reaching its full potential. And I want to discuss one of these critical mistakes today, and that is that you need to stop losing your shit during fights. It's probably happened to you before, okay? It happens to even the best partners. We're emotional. And every now and again, we lose control of our emotions. Now, when that happens as an isolated incident, that's okay. Shit happens. But when it starts to become a recurring theme in your relationship, that is, you keep losing your shit, your partner keeps losing their shit, this can be very, very damaging. And I'll go into that later on in the video. But why do we tend to lose our shit sometimes? Why do we lose it? Well, a person might feel like, while a disagreement is taking place, like they're trying to get their point across, but their partner is not being very receptive to their points. Or they may be finding it very difficult to, get their partner's attention. Like, hey, look at things from my perspective. So they lose it because that's the only way to sort of jolt their partner into listening to them. Other times it could be that, you were stressed, you had a stressful day at work, you're tired, and now you have to deal with this conversation about chores, and, you lose it. You lose it. Other times it can be because certain things have been going on. Maybe your partner has been doing things that have been pissing you off, but you haven't raised any of these issues. So you've been holding on to this negativity and it's turned to resentment. And then it just so happens that this conversation about chores or about whatever the case may be, bills, whatever it is, this is the thing that just sets you off. Okay? This could be it, right? Now, the problem with losing your shit is if you're a man and you lose your shit, your woman might feel intimidated. She might feel intimidated. She will definitely feel disrespected, but probably also intimidated. And if this happens, enough times, that could then create fear. Now she could be living in fear of you. I don't know when this guy is going to fly off the hinges, okay? And if she starts to feel that way, then she could shut down. And this is also called stonewalling. Now, by the way, stonewalling is one of the key predictors of relationship failure. So you absolutely do not want your partner to get to a place where they shut down, okay? What if you're a woman? If you're a woman and you lose your shit, your partner will also feel disrespected. It will affect his ego as a man. He may even feel emasculated on some level, okay? So this is very, very important stuff, okay? You don't want to just slide into a state where, in your relationship where it's just normal for you to lose your shit or your partner loses their shit, okay? So how do you stop yourself from losing your shit? Listen, if you know that you're stressed, you've had a long day, you're tired, and you just don't have the energy or the bandwidth for this conversation right now, let them know. Tell them, hey, look, I'm happy to have this conversation, but I'm a bit tired. I need to just take a nap, or I need to take a shower. I need to just, have a meal first. Or if you don't like the way your partner is acting, you don't like their body language or the way that they're speaking, just communicate this to them in a calm and collected way, right? Don't be too emotional or too reactive, in the situation. If you feel like the conversation is going and you can feel yourself getting to your boiling point, then tell them you want to take a time out. Take a time out. Take some time out. Take a step back. It's better to do that than to lose it. Okay? What about pent-up resentment? The best way to mitigate for that kind of situation is if your partner does something that annoys you or, something happens that pisses you off, raise those issues as and when they arise so that you can address them. And that way you don't end up building up resentment over time. Then you find yourself losing your shit during an argument. Okay? Now, the biggest issue with losing your shit, like on a recurring basis, is it leads to dysfunction and a breakdown in respect. Think about it. Who likes a person who is not in control of their emotions, who can't self-regulate? It's hard to respect somebody like that, right? So if you're constantly losing your shit, your partner is probably going to lose respect for you. Or vice versa. If they're constantly losing their shit, you will probably lose respect for them. And when it gets to this stage where there's like kind of mutual disrespect, it can lead to you not liking your partner. I love them, fair enough, but I don't like them. I don't think you are above not liking your partner. Okay? So what else? What else could happen if you don't stop losing your shit? You could lose respect for yourself. You could stop respecting yourself because nobody wants to feel like they're not in control of their own emotions. And if you see yourself lose control 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, all of a sudden your own self-respect will be on the decline. Okay, so this is absolutely important. This can really hold your relationship back. But by being aware of it, by, taking the steps that we've already spoken about, you can nip this in the bud, okay? If you've enjoyed this video and you would like me to help you transform your relationship, then you want to check out my Dream Relationship Toolkit. So it's a collection of 4 mini courses worth $84, but you can access the toolkit today for free by clicking the link in my bio. See you next time.